Hey guys, Coco here. Halloween is officially upon us, and if you're like me and you're super late and you don't feel like getting a real costume, don't worry, I've got you covered. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this really beginner-friendly, super easy, glitter glamorazzi unicorn princess look. I'm going to be using the Crayon Case Box of Crayons palette as well as the KKW Beauty Ultralight Beams shadows. So let's get started. I'm going to first take my eyebrow spoolie and I'm going to brush them upward. I'm going to be creating an eyebrow shape, but I'm going to be using bright colors, starting with this turquoise blue gel liner. And I'm going to use this to create the tail of my eyebrow. So I'm just taking it and I'm creating that, really outlining and filling in that the last third of my eyebrow in this metallic blue shade. And don't worry, all of the products will be listed in the description bar. Now this is a pretty messy look when it comes to shimmer and shine, so don't worry about getting it all over the place. Now I'm taking my Box of Crayons palette and I'm going in with the baby blue. And I'm using this as a sort of transition shade for the eyebrows. I'm using this to kind of blend out the gel liner that we just put. And I'm also going to use this to transition the other shades, like this purple color. And I'm just creating my typical eyebrow shape. I'm just doing it with color. And we're going to be creating kind of an ombre effect with the different shadows that we're using. Going in with the pink, but it's a little bit lighter than I am looking for this look. I kind of want the colors to stand out. So I'm going to go in with the magenta, which is a hot pink shimmer shade. And I think it's going to go better for this look. And again, I'm creating the same eyebrow shape that I would with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, just in an ombre, colorful shadow pattern. All about the color. So now, of course, we want a clean eyebrow still, so I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toffee and a flat brush. And I'm just going to clean both eyebrows. You can be pretty liberal with the concealer because we are going to use concealer as our eyeshadow base. So don't worry if you add a lot here, it's perfectly fine because you're going to need it anyway. Don't forget the top. Just because we're doing colorful doesn't mean we don't want it to still be really stark. We want those colors to stand out. So we want to make sure we have clean lines for our eyebrows. The rest of the look is pretty messy, but this part we want to be clean. So like I said, we're going to take our concealer and we're going to just cover our entire lid. And we're just going to blend that out with a beauty blender. Yes. Then I'm going to take my KKW Ultralight Beam powders and I'm going to actually use the Crayon Case palette as a base. So I'm going in with the white and I'm going into my tear duct and dragging it a little bit upward. Again, I'm using the Box of Crayons palette as a base. So I'm taking the Ultralight Beam shade Iridescent and an eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. And I'm just going over exactly where I put the white shadow from the Box of Crayons palette. The Ultralight Beams are kind of sheer shimmer shadows. So using the Box of Crayons palette as a base just makes them pop a little more. Then I'm taking the magenta with that same brush. I'm going to add it right next to the whites. I am not blending them together. I am just patting it down right next to it. Not blending yet. Again, this is the base, so we're going to be using the Ultralight Beam powders as the colors that's going to tie it all together. So we will be blending, just not yet. We want to make sure we lay our solid foundation. I'm going to go in with Violet, which is a deep purple shimmer shade from the Box of Crayons palette. And I'm going to put that right next to the magenta in the outer corner of my lid. I am not taking it up to the crease yet. I'm just packing the shadow onto the outer corner of the eyelid. And of course, law of reciprocity, these are the same to both sides. just making sure that the colors are able to stand strong on their own. Now I'm taking my Ultralight Beam powder in pink, and I'm going to use this to transition the iridescent into the magenta, or the white into the pink. I'm going to take my lavender and do the same. And the great thing about these powders is that the lavender, for example, has specks of pink and purple glitter in it, so it's a great transition shade, as well as the pink has white and pink specks. Now I'm taking my purple and a different eyeshadow brush, and I'm putting this in the crease. Again, I'm using the purple shadow from the Box of Crayons palette, which is just a little lighter than the violet, which is great for blending it all together. And I'm going to drag this shadow out from my outer crease, out towards my temple. So I'm creating like a super exaggerated wing. And again, this is the purple shade. Just slightly lighter than the violet, so it's just easier to kind of seamlessly blend out. I'm going to take the magenta and I'm going to go right under that purple swoosh, and I'm going to do a backwards knifey swoosh from my lower lash line to my temple as well. And now we want to mix things up, so I'm going to add some orange. It's all about the bright colors, so whatever bright colors you can think of, you want to add to this look. So I'm doing orange right under the pink, and you can drag it from your lash line, that's fine. And what's a unicorn without the wings? So now we're going to do a little wing eyeliner, pretty thick but thinner on the inside towards the tear duct, and just expanding outward, getting larger as you go towards the outer corner of the eye. I'm taking a angled brush and I'm adding some orange shadow as a highlight on my brow bone. I'm going in with the baby blue again, this time on my lower lash line, to tie the eyeshadow look in with the eyebrows. Okay, we're using the same colors, and I'm just going back into my tear duct and my lower waterline and adding some iridescent. Now we are going to highlight and conceal. We're just going to be very careful to not erase all of the work we just did. So I'm going to add my LA Girl Pro Concealer where I normally would. And again, be pretty liberal because it is a base for everything else. And blend, of course. We're blending downward past the cheekbone and then outward because we don't want to cover up that orange. And I'm going to blend my nose and my forehead all the way out as much as possible. Also going to do the same for my chin and Cupid's bow. Yes, blend, blend, blend. I'm going in with purple, and I am going to contour my nose. So for this look, we're doing the same steps that we would normally do for a regular eyeshadow look. We are just using color to do so. So I am again contouring my nose with the shade purple. And then I am going to take an angled brush and I'm going to blend that out because we don't want it to look too stark. We want it to almost look pretend natural. I'm going to go in with my blush brush and the shade magenta, and I'm going to go ham with the blush. I mean, like, ridiculous. Then I'm adding some of the Ultralight Beam in pink on top. And doing the same on the other side, magenta and then Ultralight Beam pink. Then I'm taking the same brush, and with the violet, I'm going to contour my cheekbones. Yes. So it's almost blending right into the magenta. And I'm going to also contour my forehead. And I'm going to go down in a C motion. I'm going to take that orange and just go back in and reapply where I might have covered it up with my crazy blush. Because we want that to show. We want our orange to stand out. And then I'm going to use that also to blend out my nose contour. Orange is a great color because it's similar to my skin tone, so it almost acts as a bronzer. Now I'm taking my Wet n Wild Hello Halo Liquid Highlight in the color Holographic. Really get in there, and I'm going to use a dotting method to apply this liquid highlight to my face. So on each side, right below the orange, I'm going to add a few dots of this highlight. And you could actually leave it like this if you wanted to, but I am going to blend it out. And I'm just adding it on top of the orange. I'm adding it on my nose, a little on my forehead, I think. We're just gonna add this wherever we feel like we want to be glossy. Okay? Glossy. And I'm gonna blend out with another beauty blender. Dab, 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 dab. This does not blend out as well with the colors as I would have liked it to, but it does provide a nice sheen. You'll see what I mean. When I'm finished, it'll be nice and give you that iridescent glow. Yes, honey. And I'm gonna go back with my blush brush and take that violet, and now I'm gonna contour my jawline. And I'm actually gonna take this down my neck because we want to make sure that our body is unicorn friendly as well, okay? So we're adding that violet down our necks. I'm taking the same brush and I'm going to go in with the orange again. And I'm going to use that to kind of blend out that violet on my neck. And add more color. You see how you can really see that pop of color? And it's acting almost as a highlight. Then I'm taking the KKW Ultralight Beam Powder in bronze, like a bronzer, and this just adds a really nice sheen. This is also, obviously it's an eyeshadow, but it is beautiful on the eye as well. I'm adding it on top of the purple a little bit to make it seem a little more natural. And then I'm going to take my Ruby Kisses Star Glitter and the glitter primer, and I'm going to apply this to my collarbone, my cheekbones, and my nose. I'm going to rub it in just a bit with my fingers, and of course on my collarbone as well. Then I'm taking my glitter. I'm going to take the glitter and I'm going to literally pour it onto my décolleté. And onto my cheekbones. I'm using just this eyeshadow brush to kind of blend it out a little more because the primer did dry a little more white than I expected. It's not as clear as I would have thought it would be. And just, you know, glitter up your whole body. I'm going to take my holographic highlighter and I'm going to add just a little bit more above and below where we put the glitter, the star glitter, just to blend it out a little bit, make it look more seamless. And lash time. I'm taking my Lilly lashes in the style LUSH. They are super dramatic and really long lashes, and I love that because they kind of create this doe-eyed, mystical, magical look, which is exactly what we want for this unicorn look. We want to look like a magical creature, unreal. So yes, these lashes are perfect for that look. Look at that. Ugh. Talk about glam. This is my Shayla X ColourPop liquid lip in the color Shade, which I love. I'm going to fan it to help it dry a little faster because I'm going to add another lip gloss on top. This is the Maybelline Electric Shine lip gloss. And I'm adding it right on top and the bottom as well. Or bottom and this top. Then I'm going back in with the orange and adding it on top of my highlight just to, again, blend everything together. I'm going to take Ultralight Beam and a tapered brush and I'm going to add that back into my tear duct because we lost a little bit of it when we applied our lashes and I just want to make sure it's still there. adding a little bit of the Ultralight Beam Iridescent to my lips as well, because why not, okay? And throw on our unicorn crown, and we are done. Hello, fairy godmother unicorn friendliness. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you have a happy and safe Halloween. As always, whether you are milk cocoa, dark cocoa, unicorn, witch, werewolf, whatever kind of magical, mystical creature you want to be, I love you, and you will always be a unicorn goddess. I will see you guys next time. Have a happy and safe Halloween. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.